Hello, it's the first week of June. Time flies. Here are your Monday headlines. Government and GPSU are partners, not rivals. President tells union members at anniversary brunch. The much-anticipated Kitty Roundabout officially opened today. 8 Berbice communities to get improved potable water. 3 new school buses will ease burdens of Region 1 students and parents. And the nation's first green town is setting up a green market. Here are the details. First, we tell you that President David Granger has called for greater cooperation between the administration and the Guyana Public Service Union. The head of state was at the time addressing a gathering at the GPSU's 195th anniversary brunch at State House. Crystal Stahl tells us more.
The president said that the old model of hostility must be abandoned in favor of a new cooperative model. This, he said, will be in the interest of effective delivery of public services countrywide.
We need to establish among ourselves some form of social compact, particularly between the state and the servants of the state. We have to work together. What happens out there is not the concern only of central government. It is concern of all of us.
Referencing the 1953 Mills Report, the first major study on the civil service, President Granger reiterated his vision of having a highly skilled and professional public service.
So the time will come very soon in which public servants have to learn to speak the language that the people are speaking. And if you're going to be serving in the Rupununi, you have to learn some of the languages in the Rupununi. And you have to be prepared to serve in every part of the government, not only in ministry, but every part of the country in terms of our 10 regions.
Approximately 95 years ago, civil servants recognized the need for a body to advocate in their interests and sought leave from the governor to form a trade union. Permission was granted, and after several meetings, the British Guyana Civil Service Association was formed. This later became the GPSU after several name changes. Krista Stahl for InfoHub.
Minister David Patterson continues to deliver for Guyanese. The much-anticipated Kitty Roundabout was today opened 1 month ahead of schedule. Here is InfoHub's infrastructure specialist, Renetta LaFleur.
Work on this roundabout was initiated back in 2016. Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson explained.
The first piece of the puzzle was the upgrade of the Carfesta Avenue. The next part of the puzzle, of course, was we had the replacing of all the pipe works on the where we stand, right on where we're sitting here. The next part of the puzzle, which you may not have been aware, would have been the signing of the continuation of the road, the East Coast Road, which starts from Better Hope to Belfield. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at this, our roundabout.
Rehabilitation works on the roundabout wrapped up in May, 1 month ahead of its scheduled completion. Minister of Public Telecommunications Cathy Hughes lauded Minister Patterson for his outstanding work in the infrastructure sector.
It shows that when it comes to infrastructure, my colleague, Minister Patterson, continues to do amazing things. And my only disappointment is that we're in a society where we can't seem to work together. And here I'm talking about the opposition, working with government, coming on to the committees, serving the folks that you say are part of the people in Guyana that you represent. And this roundabout is really an increase in the efficiency for road users.
Landscaping the roundabout's center and installation of traffic lights and road safety signs are all that remain to be completed of the $79 million project. From the Kitty Roundabout with videographer Derek Bridgemahan, I am Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
Minister Joseph Harmon has promised residents of Lower Bonasika in Region 3 that they will receive internet access in a few weeks. Details from Alexis Rodney.
Minister Harmon made the announcement on Sunday when he commissioned the Lower Bonasika Primary School's computer laboratory.
The provision of this computer laboratory will assist and complement government's ongoing program through the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Public Telecommunication, and the National Data Management Agency to modernize the education sector and improve the delivery of education in our rural communities all across Guyana by making information communication technology available in classrooms all across the country.
According to Minister Harman, since his assumption to office, President David Granger has been placing emphasis on science and technology.
To date, 106 secondary schools, 175 primary schools, 37 training and skills building institutions, and 9 technical vocational training schools in regions 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 have been connected to the e-government network and provided with internet access, with more schools scheduled to be added to the network by the end of the year.
The school's headmaster, Kapil Ramsamuj, said that the laboratory, which is funded by the Region 3 Private Sector Association, is timely and will benefit all students. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
And continuing with ICT, we tell you that 2 more hubs were commissioned in Berbice at Blairmont and Blackbush Polder. Stefan Gabriel tells us that this brings the total to 119 ICT hubs countrywide.
Minister of Public Telecommunications Catherine Hughes, at the opening ceremony of the Blackbush Polder Hub on Friday last, said it is a perfect example of public-private partnership. She pointed out that the young people locally are being afforded the same opportunities as those in developed countries. Internet access, the minister underscored, will improve the life of every Guyanese, pointing to the numerous possibilities of entrepreneurship.
You are the chosen generation, and yes, you are the ones that are going to make Guyana the great country that she can be. With this technology, you now have the same opportunities that a child in New York or in Canada or in France would have. Times have changed, so jobs are different. You don't have to go to somebody's office and sit down in the office and they pay you. This is where the internet offers you some great learning and entrepreneurial opportunities.
While over at the Blairmont ICT Hub, Chairman of the National Data Management Authority, Floyd Levi, called on the management committees to ensure that every citizen be given access to the hubs and computers.
And what we say to all the hubs, that look, they may be located in your community, they may come under the stewardship and the management of your community members, and we're working in partnership with the NDC here to pay the electricity, to house the hub. But at the same time, we ask that you build upon the spirit of inclusion, build upon the spirit of brotherliness and sisterhood, that other persons, maybe outside of your community, be allowed access to this community.
The hubs are equipped with 10 laptop computers in Blackbush Polder and 15 in Blairmont. The Blackbush Polder Hub is in the community center, whilst the Blairmont Hub is housed at the Neighborhood Democratic Council office. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
And remaining in the ancient county, a $1.2 billion water treatment plant is under construction at Chitanker. It will serve over 15,000 residents by September next year. Stefan Gabriel joins us again.
Constructed by Chinese company Sino Hydro, the water treatment plant is in its first phase, with pile driving about 48% complete. GWI's Managing Director Dr. Richard Van West Charles and the team recently visited Region 6 to assess the ongoing work.
This is going to be very important in terms of extending access and improving the quality of water in this area. Some 25 villages are going to be the beneficiaries, from number 25 down to Gangaram. Gangaram previously was supplied by Gaisuku, but that will come into this area. And even so, as we speak, as this gets going, GWI, and we'll go over there in a minute, GWI has also begun to add sequests to look at the water quality in the area.
The project will also create jobs for many residents, boosting the local economy.
Sinohydro is building the 3 plants simultaneously. So the piles are coming from all over. We have the subcontractors in Berbice. Mr. Ferdinand is working with them. You have a number of workers. I was just speaking to a young lady who is the first time she's working on the site, and she is having a good experience. So in terms of employment, in terms of subcontracting, the local economy is going to benefit.
GWI is also speeding up the issuance of meters in the region to improve efficiency and reduce water loss. The treatment plant will service villages including Industry, Dunrobin, Susanna Cumberland, Sheet Anchor, Canefield, Rose Hall, and several others. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
Thanks for staying with us. Hinterland transportation is challenging, especially for school children. Cognizant of this, government is not letting up on the much talked about and widely acclaimed 5Bs program, as 3 brand new school buses have been delivered to Region 1 communities. Sanika Thorne has the details.
The 3 19-seater buses were handed over to the Santa Rosa, Thomas Hill and Port Kaitumo communities during a recent ministerial outreach by Vice President Sidney Allicock, who holds the Indigenous Peoples Affairs ministerial portfolio. Santa Rosa Tushaw Juanita Phillips said that the vehicle will bring much-needed relief to many students who travel long distances daily to school.
I'm very happy today to know that we have a bus for the secondary school, for the children of the community in general. I'm happy that the government has this vision that these children need a bus.
Thomas Hill CDC chairperson Vicky Chiang explained that while the bus will be used to transport students in the Mabruma Township, its services will also be offered to seniors and HAZE participants.
Also, we're trying to involve these HAZE personnel that in like the do catering and the do garment construction and these things, right? So what we say that we'll be doing is we'll have them cooking, and we can be like delivering the food with the bus. Same thing with the sewing and so special orders for the bus.
Government's commitment to providing equal access to education for all was reiterated by Minister Allicock.
We are all in support of this dream to give the best of education to our young people. Because if you have a nation that is educated, then there is nothing stopping us from being the most powerful country in the Caribbean.
The initiative forms part of President David Granger's 5B program aimed at providing boats, buses, bicycles, breakfast, and books to school children across Guyana. Sanika Thorne, InfoHub.
Zanil Williams now reports that the licensing of teachers, a recommendation by the Commission of Inquiry into the education system last year, is currently being discussed with stakeholders.
Chief Education Officer Marcel Hudson said the licensing system would improve the level of service the educators provide.
I believe that it is the way to go if we're talking about raising the standards and if we're talking about quality delivery of education. We have to have people of quality. That is something that we are going to, we've actually started the conversation. What I would like though is not for us to resist something of that nature.
The COI report suggested that the license system is to ensure greater discipline and management of those educators. The report further stated that consideration be given for the renewal of such a system on a 5-year basis once all the requirements are fulfilled. Hudson said, though the conversation is ongoing as to how the system will be implemented, there are provisions currently for teachers who are not trained.
So our teachers or those who might not be trained, the provision is there for them to upgrade themselves. And so what they have to do is seize the opportunity and not say to themselves that they can't do better, because they could do better if they only apply themselves.
Delivery of quality education nationwide has been a drive of this administration, starting with the COI. The recommendations made from the inquiry will soon be implemented to better Guyana's future.
According to President David Granger, teachers are the foundation on which a good education system is built, and a good education system is the foundation on which any nation is built. Zanil Williams for Info Hub.
And we close with a major development in Bartico, where Guyana's first green town is setting up a multi-million-dollar green market. Zanil joins us again.
Mayor of Bartico, Gitford Marshall, told InfoHub this project has been a key factor in the municipality's transformation into a model green town. Deputy Mayor Kamal Pasad explained that several upgrades have been made, including the installation of transparent sheets in the roof to provide more natural light, new shutters, 6 new stalls, and the resurfacing of sidewalks in front of the market. Additionally, black water tanks have been installed. There are still some minor works ongoing, including the building of an office, upgrading of the waterfront, additional stalls to be installed on the northern section. Gitford explained that another key aspect of the project will be the separation of waste into degradable and biodegradable. The riverfront community on the Essequibo River was selected over 1 year ago to become a town and a model of green development. The market project has 3 phases: rehabilitation of the market, implementation of an integrated solid waste management program, and promotion of local goods and services. The market is already functional, and visitors as well as residents have been purchasing the wide variety of items and services available.
The $20 million project, once completed, is set to become Guyana's first green market. Zanil Williams for Info Hub.
Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.